Hello, welcome back to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my Let's Play of Ash of God's Redemption. We're going to hop in and just continue right where we left off in the last episode. No shenaniganery. Place your units before the battle. He's got a shield, she doesn't. I'm going to say we could probably move you there, move you maybe here. Maybe we'll keep you there. We'll do something like that. It is our turn. We have 236 seconds to figure out what we're going to do. So I kind of like the idea of just going up and smacking this dude in the face, and I think I'm going to do just that. Alright, so we have three different stuff. Fight back, deals 7 damage, 100% of attack, and pushes back an enemy 1 tile, increases counterattack by 7. We can also do this, parry. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to parry. And I think I'm going to burn through some of his energy this time around. Well, he seemed quite unhappy. Oh, he's going to go after her. Okay. He burned all of his energy to do this, though. Alright, let's see here. Let's do a basic attack. I'm not sure that we can't quite kill him with that. Double strike should be able to... Oh, it seems a bit much. What else do we have? Cover, increase your energy, and damage split. Damage received equally split between health and energy. Oh, that's interesting. And heavy strike. Also, don't we have cards here that we can use? Reduces health by 5 to a random enemy, and increases energy by 2 to all party members. What else do we have? Increases defense, increases health, reduces attack by 5, and increases attack by 1 to all surrounding units. Some interesting stuff. I'm sorry, guys and gals, I'm kind of trying to figure this one out here. Gives an extra turn when you... Wait, did I not? Oh, to a random enemy unit. Oh, okay. It is him. Oh, sweet. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Very nice. Oh, that actually used my turn. I was not expecting that. That's kind of a mistake then on my part. It's okay, though. Can I defeat you with a single attack? Let's see, I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm hitting the wrong button combinations here. Yes, I can. Alright. So down you go. Victory is ours. It looks like we even healed up after that. That's pretty cool. And our defensive abilities seem to have done quite well. Okay, let's see here. Deals 14 damage to all surrounding enemy units. Here we go. It's not too bad. We're gonna get slapped around a little bit here, maybe. Looks like our defense is quite high, actually. I don't know that that's actually going to change much. I'll scoot up here and we'll just chill. He's quite strong. I mean, kudos to him. Alright, we're going to roll up on him. And I think we're going to go with a double strike. Oh yeah, he's absolutely annihilated. I feel like we hurt ourselves, though. What was that? Well, I don't see any wounds right now. I was expecting to see them, but we didn't actually... Seems odd. Alright, we're just going to do a regular fight back. Smack him a little bit there. I'm still not a fan of... This is a thing that I had a problem with the Banner Saga, and the same issue that I have here. I don't necessarily like the every other turn order thing. That's one of the things I didn't like, and I still don't particularly like it. So, I mean, it's fine, it works, but still not. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I'd rather see there be an initiative-based or like a speed-based turn order. To me, that's just a much better way of doing things. But again, I digress. Still really enjoy these games. That's just always been one of my One of my pet peeves or things I didn't like about the series, or right now apparently this game. Gleda, Brennan. Gleda looks at the bloodied bodies in terror. This is the first time she has fought to the death. You grab her by her shoulder, shaking her for a couple of times before she looks away from the corpses. She finally steels herself, meets your gaze, and nods with great determination. You are proud of your daughter, but even more so worried for your wife, Licky. There is no time to lose. You need to get home as soon as possible. A couple of side alleys later, you open the familiar gate. Victory! We even robbed them after we... Okay, that's cool. He does still have an injury. Alright. I didn't see it in the combat anywhere, but... Oh no. You run into the house and find the living room covered in blood. Old Tenor, your housekeeper, stands at the door, trembling all over. His daughter, Kina, your maid, lies motionless on the floor. Just beside her is your wife, Licky. Licky, how could this happen? Gleda, be strong. How did this happen? Mommy, oh mommy, what happened to you? You gasp for air, you get down on your knees and touch your wife's body. Her lifeless hand is still warm. Gleda sobs nearby. Everything is going dark. Mommy, get up. We bought you a present. Stop pretending. The ringing of the bell fills the air around you. It's so loud your head is about to burst. You get up and you can barely make out what Tenor is saying. Weeping heavily, Tenor, who we'll talk about here. A citizen without title, born into a lifetime of indentured servitude, subject of the Odalan crown, born in Oda, housekeeper of the Brennan house, a playmate and trusted servant to Stachvikti for many years. Tenor was 4 years older, and the Count still remembers his boyish countenance. Their youthful escapades solidified them as both friends and brothers, and their mutual respect and gratitude for each other have grown over time. Tenor moved to Albius with his daughter 3 years ago, following his former ward, now lady of the house, Licky Brennan, of House Vichti, commended and rewarded by Signor Vichti, head of the family, for many years of impeccable service, slated to receive proper care and an allowance as a senior citizen, according to the edicts of Oda and Albius. Such a calamity has befallen us. Oh, such grief! First, both Licky and Kina screamed in pain. Then my daughter seemed to lose her mind. She went at Mistress Licky with a knife. Mistress defended herself, but then... No. Give me a hand. Take a blanket from the bed and cover Kina's body. Oh, I will, in a moment. Oh, the horror. The horror. His Excellency... Count Vichti and his young son Bron always said it would end this way. What? Oh, Licky, this shouldn't have happened. The Count says many things, or said many things. Don't you dare mention their names. It shouldn't have happened. Daddy, I need you. We must act. Tenor, saddle the horses while I pack. Come into a sense. Yes, I'll do it. You move a strand of your wife's hair and notice something odd. A black blue mark like an ulcer on the nape of her neck. The surrounding skin is swollen as if burnt. Gleda also notices it and backs away, a look of terror on her suddenly pale face. Scared. This is right out of an ancient manuscript. The same thing happened 700 years ago. A pain pierces your neck and grows into a fiery noose. It strangles you and you die in terrible agony. This infection is what they call the reaping. Daddy, the back of my neck is burning.
Hey.
Let me see. Damn it, you have the same mark. Have a look. Do I have it? Nothing. But how can it be? Why did the plague spare me? I don't believe in luck. There must be some kind of protection. But what is it? The manuscript about the reaping I read mentions special stones, the strixes, like the one in your pendant. Maybe that's why the monster in the square took interest in it. You take off your captain's insignia and put it around your daughter's neck. She nods and you pull her into your embrace again. Well, that's a somber beginning to a thing, to a game. Thorn Brennan, you exit the front yard and take a look around. No one should bury Licky here. It'd be better to do it in the back. Gleda follows you. Take Tenor and bring the bodies here, you tell her. Try to be quick, our time is short. Just wrap them in something, alright? When you are done digging, your hands are shaking, but not with tiredness. Tenor buries his face in his hands. Gleda is a shadow of her former self. You realize that if you stop and stand still, pain will drown you. You get out of the freshly dug grave and pick up Licky's body. You lay out Kina's body beside her mistress. They used to play together as kids. You take up the shovel. Gleda is still petrified. Tenor mumbles one of the temple anthems. You wonder what he is asking the gods to do for his daughter. Aren't his woes all the same to her now? You throw the last handful of earth onto the grave and toss the shovel aside. You feel as if you are on the edge of a cliff. Your wife is no more. Her body is not in your warm embrace, but in the cold clutches of death. For some reason, you're still alive. Gleda walks up and hugs you, pulling you back from the precipice, just like when you met the Reaper. Well, that was horribly depressing. Alright. Tenor has taken his time. It would be a good idea to check on him. You enter the house and see that Tenor has packed your things, but is not in a rush to leave. What's keeping you here, Tenor? Tenor makes a helpless gesture. Forgive me, Master Brennan, but I am not coming. I must remain by my daughter's side. I will look after the house for as long as I live. Ask him whether he hopes to survive. Tell Tenor that he is an excellent servant. Answer the door, guys! It's fine. Ask him about his intentions. Tenor's face darkens. I have to write a letter to the Count. Not going to lie, I've been keeping him informed about the comings and goings of this house. It's time to send him a final letter. I will tell His Excellency that you have failed to protect your wife, just as I have failed to safeguard my daughter. Grief clutches your insides while rage turns everything into a blur. Your hands curl into fists. I put up with a snitch in my own home for 20 years, and now you want to screw me over as a parting gift? Leave. You managed to contain your rage. I don't even care. You lived like a sneaky rat, and that's how you will soon die. I'd punch you, but Licky would disapprove. You move Tenor aside with your shoulder, grabbing your belongings and going to the backyard. Well, that's not great. Gleda loads up her horse, weeping over the tack. Oh, Mommy dear, how are we going to live without you, she whispers. You put your arms around your daughter as she presses her tear-stricken face into your chest. It's over for Licky, my dear, but for you and Macht, it's not. Remember this, however much it hurts. Gleda nods and tries to steel herself. No crying, she starts strapping the saddlebags. It's not over for you either, Daddy, no matter what you think. I am almost ready. I only need to strap this package to Vrask's scrolls. Maybe I'll have a chance to return them. It pains you to look at your daughter, whose every gesture reminds you of your wife. You clench your teeth and carry on. There is no time to lose. Help her. Gleda buries her face in your shoulder. Thank you, Mommy is dead. We've got to run from the reaping, and I am still fussing with this package. Alright, time to leave and get that annoying knocking to go away. It's Captain Krieger. He's got Fisk, the guard from the Northern Gate, as well as 4 lads from his regiment with him. What do we do? Let him in before he destroys the gate. Gleda shut the stable doors for now, just in case. Chatting to his companion. Damnation, quick, bring in the horse's thorn. Is your old servant completely deaf? I have bashed my knuckles raw knocking on your bloody gate. Don't you know what's going on in the town?
Hey.
Pipe down, I do know. Tenor has just lost his daughter, understood? I've just lost my wife. Curse this stupid town. Turning to face you. Licky? No way. I'm sorry, pal. Really sorry. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings or something. You'll die like a dog, so don't worry about it. We all will at this rate. What happened to you? Wiping the sweat off his face. When the monster entered the town, everyone went berserk. Have you seen the sign it left on the gate? What do we do now? I want to ask the burgomaster, but didn't think I could make it through. Besides, I had the boys with me. Turning to face the rest. Hey, there, you pansies, come here. You alright? Looks like you didn't even crap your pants. Take care of the horses while we figure something out. Okay. We have shed and stable that we can go to. Let's see. The shed. Alright, I guess we'll go there. Brett, lounging about. Just coming to my senses, thinking what to do.
Hey.
All you can do is curl up in terror. What can you do against a Reaper? It came after me, you'll see. It knows where I'm hiding, and it'll find me again. Came after all of us, knucklehead. Do you think you're special or something? If, God's forbid, it comes back, it'll be for all of our heads. Thorn, we need to leave, now. We can't run or hide. Death is in the air. Loyalty decreased. Listen to me, boy. Don't ever let your fear wag your tongue for you. Curb it. If you want to die, do it. Just don't drag others into it. Well, that's super fun times. Alright. Hey, Sop. Quit trailing Hode like a puppy. What? Go tighten the straps up on your horse. Oh, you remembered me. Get this nanny away from me. Okay. At this rate, he'll soon be holding my member while I take a leak. Let him look after Glada. Why not? Taken aback. But Hode, aren't we buddies? Don't you see what's happening in Albius? Don't drag Glada into this. I worry about you. Go on right out of here. I need you like I need a hole in my head. If you want to look after me, do it from far away. Looking at Hode as he storms away. That's what distress does to men. You look as stiff as... Jeez. Don't worry. He'll cool off and you'll be the best buds again. Thorn, what else did you want to ask the lad? I tend to keep things clean if and when and where possible, so I tend to censor stuff, change words, or refuse to read a specific line if need be. Why are you staring at the gate? Why the sour look? Did you crap your pants? Alright, enough talk. Why the sour look? Should I sing and dance? This is no fort. We must move to Ursus. Its walls are higher, and the Juranon army is nearby. The king himself is there, and more food. Sorry about that, folks. All you care about is stuffing your face. If the entire Juranon army loses its marbles like Albius guards, Ursus will be good for nothing. Well, I mean, the madness hasn't afflicted us, so there must be someone sane in Ursus. Let them deal with this craziness. Why are you staring at the gate? Well, I mean, it's a real nice, sturdy gate. We could just stay here and wait for this mess to clear up. Let's not ford Crap Creek. We're already knee-high in it, Sop. Who do you think this gate's gonna stop, anyway? That monster? Or maybe the plague? What's next? Crawling under a blanket? Will it help? I want to do the right thing. What if those madmen come to their senses? Then it's all hunky-dory. Did you crap your pants? Worryingly. I just might. My knees are shaking. I don't like this one bit. I'd rather have a war. War doesn't keep men waiting. You'll find that your knees shake less when you're marching. Let's go and see what happens. Then point us in the right direction. All I hear is talk. You're our superior, aren't you? Alright, enough talk. Look at Sop rambling. Usually he is too busy chewing. He probably thought he'd be hiding in the or we'd be hiding in a tavern. You could hide from this nastiness in a tavern. I would be there already. Krieger, do something. We didn't join Thorn Brennan's company by accident, did we? I mean, no disrespect, Captain. Respect my decisions, then. First, we need to get out of town and ride to the nearest men here to get rid of this plague. We'll see where we need to go from there. Alright, well, Sop has decided to join us. It's time for us to leave. Everyone should gather by the gate and figure out a plan. Forget about Trobel, Krieger. The Burgomaster is dead. We're sailing up Crap Creek. What do we do now? Wash the crap stains and run. What is the sign on the gate? How should I know? I was standing guard by the northern gate with Fisk. May the gods punish him with his sobriety. Suddenly a monster appeared. I heard of this creature. Temple records refer to them as reapers, for they come during the reaping. They don't always look like monsters. Sometimes they appear almost human. They call themselves the Umbra. But there's only a passing mention of them in the chronicles. Haven't the foggiest idea what that was. And frankly, I don't give a crap. I just know what I saw. 'Twas so scary you'd crap your pants. Many did, in fact. All of them fell to the ground, at least. The monster drew some kind of mark on the gate and then let out a screech. I want to see what Krieger is all about here. Son of an impoverished baron born in Albius, the Odalan Book of Titles and Estates lists him as landless and heirless. Graduate of the Odala Regiment of Young Soldiers, and fourth a sword bearer of the Honor Guard in the Odala King's coronation in the year 986. Honored for his conduct in the Southern Campaign and rewarded with an engraved blade for his diligence and courage. Nominated to captain for his long and distinguished service, returned to his hometown Albius in the year 998 to serve as commander of the Guard, and senior mentor and patron to the Albius Regiment for Young Soldiers. Under communal clandestine supervision of the other commanders, due to his wife's complaints about his impatience, bluntness, moroseness, and use of foul language at home, and the excessive consumption of wine, the subordinates have also accused him of manhandling. It's Flit. The Reaper said that the gate was sealed and that everyone should prepare to die. It said so in the temple tongue, and then in Frisian. Flit is an Odalan commoner, son of a royal scribe. A law concerning veteran privileges in his father's service in the Odalan King's Brigade, as well as his military achievement during his father's campaigns, liberated him from trade fees and allowed him to join Oda's training company. Being a good student of warcraft, coupled with his knowledge of languages and history of war, he was granted the right to join a border regiment of free soldiers located in Albius City, under supervision of Captain Krieger and the Burgomeister Trobel for 2 years. Flit is easy to offend, but isn't the vengeful type. He's usually the brunt of other peers' jokes and pranks. He frequently irritates them by meddling in their affairs and demonstrating how well-read he is. Reportedly conceals the fact of his father's death, which left him with no family and no job, and his current narrow circumstances, in which he has to rely on his father's former companions in arms for support. Will you shut up, Wisebutt? Wisebutt, jeez. You've been going on and on. What are you planning to do? Talk your foes to death on the battlefield, you snotty brat? Voice quivering. Have I ever given anyone a reason to call me a coward? Krieger, let it go. Hold your horses, you two, Flit. Calm down. How come you know so many languages? I just had to learn them. Many archival records exist only in Frisian or in Temple Tongue. Being knowledgeable is always useful. As for courage, you either have it or you don't. You won't know it until you need it. Check the backs of everyone's neck. The plague leaves a distinctive mark. You said something about going berserk, Krieger? Loyalty decreased. Oh, great. But loyalty for Flit increased. Well, you see, the monster just etched a sign on the gate and vanished. Then the bell started ringing, and it all went topsy-turvy. The people got to their feet and began to beat the living daylights out of each other. Some skedaddled, and others took up arms. Some folks just used bare hands? Sure. Me and Fisk ran for it, but that didn't go well. Even the guys we knew were lunging at us like furious beasts. We wanted to avoid killing them, of course, but the way things were, we fought our way to the stables and found these lads. You see, it's starting to make sense. The plague leaves a mark, which makes you go berserk, but it doesn't always work. Perhaps some possess the inner strength to resist. Or maybe Strixes have got something to do with it. The mark's not a death sentence, then, if you resist it. Things are looking up, boys. Something to drink to. Check the back of everyone's neck. Figured that one out already. None of my lads have marks. I personally checked. The townsfolk have been clutching their necks in pain, though. God spared us from this plight. Without them, we'd be squirming on the ground. We should be grateful. You invoke the gods, but they have nothing to do with it. Confound them. We've got Strixes to help us. What do you have, Fisk? What do you mean? I have a spear in my armor, though I admit they aren't the best. Who's Fisk? This Odalan subject is an unseemly royal guard from Albius, a hardened squad warrior. He is a great fencer, decorated for devotion and courage, and he participated in southern campaigns. He was punished for breaking the warrior's code of conduct and was discharged due to ill health. Okay. But was never subjected to corporal punishment of incarceration. The theory that he's under Burgomaster Trobel's protection because of his connection with Fisk's mother was not proven because of her death. Well, that's fun. What do you mean? I wonder whether you're drunk or just stupid. Perhaps I'm not making myself clear. Bit slow on the uptake, aren't you? I'll say it again, slowly. Strixes protect you from the plague. Krieger and I have our captain's insignias with Strixes. These lads have earrings with flecks of this stone. Where is your Strix? Showing you a piece of jewelry. I've got a small one in this pin. It used to be my mother's. I've kept it in her memory, but I don't wear it. So she protects you even after her death. Pray to your dead mother, Fisk, rather than to the gods. It's time to get out of town. Get on your mounts. I almost forgot. The people didn't go mad immediately after the monster left its sign on the gate. First, a merchant rode through the square on a flying gallop. It's a miracle he didn't trample anyone. He pulled the control lever, slid something between the leaves, opened them up, and off he went. All by himself. And here I thought he was a good-for-nothing wuss. Surely you know him. Short beard, always smiling, shop near the town hall. A good drinking buddy, if you ask me. Rask? So you managed to get out of town? Is the gate still open, then? No, the people were going berserk already. Some of the guards went after this Rask fellow, by the way. Then the gate slammed shut, as nobody held it open. So it is possible to open the gate after all. Gather everyone, Krieger, and let's go. We need to get out of this town. Tanner decided to stay, so we're all ready now. Sop, open the gate. Everyone, follow me and Krieger. Let's go. You stop in the... You know what? I think I'm going to break off the episode right here. This is going to be where it ends. So, a lot of storyline and plot advancement and everything else. I'm looking forward to this. I like it so far. So, some very interesting things have occurred. Apparently, this reaping is some sort of plague or disease. Those guys are reapers, and apparently they have supernatural powers, and they can kind of, like, bring people to their knees and, like, suck the air out of them, clenching the heart or whatever. Maybe it's fear, panic, I don't know exactly. But then there's a mark on the back of the neck, and that's indication that they will probably end up dying, but people can resist it. And for some reason, Thorn doesn't have it on the back of his neck. He also has an amulet or a pendant that has a stone that's a Strix, which, if I recall correctly, the Strixes will like, get smaller and absorb this malevolent energy that, like, sucks the life force out of people, from what we found out in the first look video. So, yeah, the story has brought us to here, and it looks like we'll be doing another big old nasty battle in the very next episode. Anyway, guys and gals, Ash of Gods Redemption is the name of the game. It is quite cool. I like it a lot. I'm looking forward to playing more. Hopefully you guys are as well. Leave a comment down below your thoughts of the game. And I'm sure you guys can tell me how bad I butcher the reading and how I just am terrible at reading or whatever and pronunciation. That's fine. Go ahead to your heart's content, guys and gals. Get some dialogue going, some communication. Let me know what you think of the game, and I will see you guys in the very next episode. Until then, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.